Shots and Chop Wrestling. I'm Chad.
I'm Taylor.
And today we're doing our top 10 surprise entrances into the Royal Rumble. I'll give my top 5, he'll give his top 5, and we'll see who has the better list. Couple rules here. Number 1, they have to be actual wrestlers. You can't pick yourself, Taylor. Rule number 2, they have to be alive. So sorry, Saudi Arabia, Yokozuna is still dead.
Damn it.
If you like that video, you can follow us on Facebook at Shots and Chop Wrestling. Remember to like, subscribe, and to chop that notification bell.
All right, we're going to start this off with number 10, and I'm going with a more of a Royal Rumble moment I want to see.
Okay.
I kind of want to see Bray Wyatt, Bo Dallas in the ring at the same time, and then the entry would be IRS.
Ah.
Yeah, I think he's still he may work backstage still as a producer or agent or something. I'm not for sure, but hasn't been done, and I would like to see a little nod at the old family tree.
That would be good. And Bray Wyatt, I think he's been hitting on a new character, so.
Yeah. And plus, it's January. Getting your W-2s. It is time to do your taxes.
Oh, perfect!
Right.
Vince! Pretty good one, I have to admit. My number 9 is going to be Hardcore Holly. I think he's just one of those guys that he was in the company for a long time. He's been gone not too long. He's in shape still, can still go in the ring. I think it would just be one of those, oh, I remember him.
Yeah, I think he's in better shape.
Yeah, last time we seen him, he was in good shape.
Yeah.
So, Hardcore Holly's my number 9. It would be a nice moment. It would be, I think, kind of when Goldust came back a few years ago, and everybody goes, yeah, I think he would get a big pop.
I'd like to see it. All right, a little Hardcore Holly revenge match, WrestleMania versus Brock Lesnar. Who wouldn't want to see that? All right, well, let's get into my number 8, and hopefully it would be 2019's head of the Hall of Fame class, and I want to see your boy Christian. Come on.
He's going to be in all your list.
He is going to be in all my lists. So let's see, Christian, my number 8.
Christian deserves it. Let's move on to my number 7, which is the man from NXT. He's done everything he could do in NXT, I think. Alistar Black. I think he's... Hey, yeah, he wore the shirt. I think he's ready for the main roster. He's done everything he could in NXT. It would be a huge pop. I think he would do really good in the main roster call. And I think it would be a surprise because they haven't said that he's coming up yet. He isn't one of the groups of people that they've called up that are coming soon. So I want to see Alistar Black rise from the stage.
That's my problem too. He'd have to be 1 or 2.
In the
entrance, because you want to get the cool entrance to have him sit up through the smoke.
Yeah.
They don't put a lot of time or thought into anybody who comes out after 1 or 2. So Alistar Black,
he can go
number 2. He could go.
Yeah. So there we go. So I want to see him number 1 and number 2 also. My idea.
All right, setting up 6 is also setting up maybe another moment in the Royal Rumble match. We'll start with my number 6, and then I'll give you number 4, how it ties together.
Okay.
But let's see the Undertaker in there, I think. Also, we never said on this list too that it is the top 10 people that we want to see.
Correct.
Not going off of rumors of other people of who's supposed to be in it, like Hulk Hogan's rumored to be in.
Mm-hmm.
He would never be in one of mine I want to see in the Royal Rumble things. So I think Undertaker's been floating around. He's a rumor to be in the Rumble also. But like I said, he's setting up my 6 for my number 4. So Taker.
Next on my list, I believe it is number 5, is J.E. double F J A double R E double T. Ha ha! Ain't I great? Jeff Jarrett. I want him in the Royal Rumble. He was in the Hall of Fame last year. I think it would just be a huge moment. And I don't want him, this is just my personal preference. You're probably different on this. I don't want him to come out with Don't Piss Me Off, Slap Nuts. I want him coming out with the big hat and the striped shirt thing, the guitar gimmick thing. I want him coming out like that as a country singer. And it would even be really great, following him, would be the roadie, or the road dog, Jesse James. So that's my number 5. That's what I want to see. Ha ha! Ain't I great?
That's good. Jeff Jarrett, I could agree to that. It would be a shame that WWE put him in the Hall of Fame last year and they don't use him in a single actual WWE ring. Kind of upset too that he's not in WWE 2K19.
Yeah, true.
But we're gonna do my setup on my 6 to my 4, and that would be Sting.
Oh, yeah.
I think we get the Sting Undertaker stare down, and then a quick build up to WrestleMania, and I think we can finally let the Undertaker just retire. We don't have to bring him out.
And Sting retire.
Yeah, when everyone can stop saying Sting should wrestle another match. They both can just be done. The fans couldn't possibly ask for any more after getting that match and just be done with it.
Yeah. So. My last 2 entrants that I have a kind of a connection. You can probably put it together after I say my first one. It is at number 3 is Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. I think it would be a huge thing. A guy that fought through alcohol abuse, drug abuse, did the DDP yogas, in shape now. Last I checked, he's still doing pretty good. I don't know. He was been on the WWE Network, the table for 5 or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I think they're up to 10.
He did the WWE shoots too.
And yeah, so as far as I know, he's still in good health. I think it would be that would be a good send off for him. He could go in the ring, do a couple twirl punches, maybe a razor's edge, and then take a tumble over the top rope. So it would be good for Scott Hall to have one nice little sign off.
All right, my number 2 got changed up a little bit because we did have one that matched on our list. I had Jeff Jarrett. So I hope that happens. So I changed my 2 to Jarrett the King Lawler.
Huh?
I think it would be good with his health scares in the past, his son passing away. It would give him that big feeling of being in front of a big crowd and make him feel good. And a lot of people would enjoy seeing him in the Rumble.
And as far as I know, he still competes, right?
He competes on indie circuits.
Yeah.
I think it might be something on WWE's end that they don't want to due to his heart problems. Right. But you can do a Rumble match. You can, I think did he have one of the longest times in the Royal Rumble at one point?
Yeah,
he hid under the ring.
Yeah.
So I like to see it.
He's had one of the longest, and I think he was one of the
he was one of the shortest too. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry we both had Double J, but he was on both of our list.
Double
J.
booked.
Double booked. So, Jerry Lawler, good throw in there. But the number 1, in my opinion, would be Jake the Snake Roberts. As I mentioned before, he's kind of connected to Razor Ramon. Both those guys have battled with drugs and alcohol. Jake Roberts, I think, was even... I couldn't say he was worse, but he has had a hard life his whole life. He's been on... should be dead. He's himself has said he should be dead. So for him to be alive and be in pretty decent health, as far as I know, he was just in Des Moines recently doing his comedy show. So I think he's doing good. To have him come out with Damien, the snake in the bag, and have him come out and do a DDP, and then again, don't put him in there for 30 minutes. Nice little couple minute thing, then gets gently dumped over the top ropes, and I think that would be a great moment. I would definitely pop for it.
If my number 2's still in there, we can reenact the time that Lawler threw himself out when Jake the Snake put the ring, or the snake in the ring, and Lawler jumped over the top. So
that would be great. So that's our list. Like I said, you can down below you can say who's better, who's worse, who's a no good son of a bitch.
Also, let us know in the comments who you want to see in the Rumble.
Yeah, and maybe we'll agree with you.
Dirty marks.